What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. That's right, we didn't start this episode with the long hello. Deal with it. Anyway, guys, so welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. Woohoo! So, last episode we made that crazy Enderman Farm that uses the Endermite. I think today we want to go back and work on it just a little bit. I don't think we're going to spend the entire episode on that. But I do want to start fleshing out some things, trying to figure out what we're going to do there, where we're going to lay out some stuff like the enchanting table, our storage. We need to get a roof on there. We need to get some water on that roof so Endermen don't teleport out. I've done a little bit off camera, but yeah, not everything. So I need to grab my water bucket. Let's do some extreme water collection. There we go. Not really extreme, but it is a little more difficult when you're in this mode. All right, so I think what we're going to do, let's head over to the... Am I in the portal? Can't even tell. Yeah, I'm in the portal. All right, let's go to the Nether, and we're gonna get out of this mode because this is just ridiculous trying to actually move around like that. So most of my animals that I had here in the Nether died. I'm not exactly sure what happened to them. It might have been my sword to their face or something. But yeah, we've gotten rid of a lot of those just because they're taking up space. We didn't really need them here. That's a torch. I really need to do something with these animals. They need to go somewhere else in here. This is my path to the end portal, or I guess over to the stronghold, which contains the end portal. So I just got done collecting a little bit of stone. I have that lava bucket on me still from last episode and some of this other stuff that is just clogging up my inventory. But yeah, I think we should be ready to get some stuff going over here. I just need one more bucket of water so we can make an infinite spring and start putting water in places and containing the Endermen and doing everything we needed to do. What the? What? I don't think this is working. Wait, what? No, really, what? I'm moving very slowly. I think something is bugged. Wait, I'm back. What the heck just happened? Don't tell me I have a corrupted chunk or something. Okay, we're back. I don't know what that was. That was like the strangest thing ever. Weird. Yeah, and some more wool I threw here from those animals. Oh man, thank goodness that we don't have corrupted chunks. I was... Ooh. Yeah, I was a little afraid there that we'd have to do a restore. I don't know what else. Man, my headset is not sitting in my head right. Anyway, or my headphones. Anyway, let's go to the end. Yeah, very good. Okay. So did I just look at that guy? I don't think so. I really need to hook up like some stairs or a fast way down. I've just been kind of jumping down here to get fast way down. And then we're going down here. Yeah, as you guys pointed out in the last episode, we really didn't need to dig down too far. Since this farm only has to be like 40 blocks tall for the drop, we really don't need to go down this far to build it, but I'm thinking that Endermite thing might be changed in the future. I don't know if that's exactly how it's supposed to work or not, if that's intended. Who knows? They might change it. Anyway, if we're down here at this level and we have to change the Enderman Farm, that'll give us plenty of room to expand later on to make it better, or I don't know if better is the right word, to make it like the old style where we had the piston pushing setup. But yeah, as you can see here, the Endermen are falling down. They're taking damage. Sometimes they're teleporting away. We don't want that. We need to get some water on the roofs over here. There's an ender pearl there. I did put some blocks here. This is 2.5 blocks tall. So the Endermen can't get out here at all. There was one problem right here where I did see Endermen sliding down the ladder and then they'd hang out here. Well, I put water just to get rid of those guys. That's my other source block of water. So we can kind of swim up here real quick. Yeah, we got pearls like everywhere. Look at this guy. Got these guys everywhere. Pink, you're dead. Yeah, so I just have torches up here to prevent natural spawns. But that doesn't prevent these guys from teleporting out here. And I don't know if we cover this with water that will prevent them from teleporting. But what it will do is if they do teleport out here, it'll kill them immediately and another one will drop and they'll all be in that little collection area. As we want them. I have seen them teleport and like take off and start walking over here and then down. Yeah, we need to get this whole thing covered in water. So when they initially teleport out of that area, if they do, they'll just hit the water and then they'll be done. It looks like they are teleporting and they're teleporting back into that little holding area, which is weird. I have no idea what they're doing. That is very odd. Okay, I think we should, first of all, before we flood the area, just kind of inspect what we got going on here. So we're going to have a large room, right? And I don't think it really needs to be very big. I mean, I can't really think of much else we need here. So what I'm thinking is we're going to have our storage area right here. We're going to have a chest, and we might have another chest up here that'll poke through the roof, which won't really matter. We'll have water up there anyway. So yeah, we might have 3 layers of chests, and then we can expand this infinitely as much as we want. I originally thought that this was going to be for enchanted books, which it still can be, but I think we're also going to want some kind of collection later on for ender pearls. So like, these blocks will either be hoppers later on, or we'll have a hopper minecart just going back and forth and sucking up the ender pearls that appear down there. Well, it might be better if we just have these as hoppers. But eventually we're going to want to do something with those ender pearls. We're going to want to store them somewhere, so if we ever need ender pearls, we can just come back over here and grab some out of a chest or something. But yeah, that's going to be a project for another day. But I'm just thinking about, where are we going to store all of those extra ender pearls? Now, we also have this larger area back here, which I haven't really decided what we're going to do. I guess we could line this entire back wall full of chests, and that could be like our ender pearl holding area. But this is single player. I'm just one person. Do I really need an entire wall full of chests that are full of ender pearls? I don't really think so. I think maybe 2 or 3 large chests maximum is all I'm really going to need on a single player world, right? So yeah, it was still some decision making to do. So I'm kind of thinking this is where we're going to have our enchanting table. So this is just the mock-up. We have the enchanting table here, and then this is where all the bookshelves would be. I've tried to line this up with that over there. So yeah, it's kind of, I guess, symmetrical, but not really the same thing. But they line up. We could have like I was going to say bookshelf. We can have like a little storage area right here next to that. And then we could expand this out to be twice the size to match up with over there. And this could be our ender pearl holding. And then over here could be our enchanted book holding. I don't know. There's a few more things to figure out on this thing. But what I did want to do, we will change these blocks out eventually. This is just temporary, the stone bricks. I just have this stuff laying around. It turns out the slime farm, I did do a whole bunch of digging there. And I did it with silk touch. So we did have all these the regular stone blocks. So I didn't smelt all this stuff. We already have these laying around. So yeah, this is just our building material for now. I want to make this 3 wide just so it's easier to run back and forth. We're going to have some kind of a railing. We might even go out 1 more block and have like fence posts or iron bars or something along those sides, glass panes. And then we'll have the water running off. So the roof and this walkway will actually need to be extended out 1 more block. But I do want the walking area here to be 3 wide all the way down there. And then we'll have to figure out exactly how that's going to be set up at the very end. But being that this is, 2.5 blocks right here? We don't need these torches anymore. Nothing can spawn. If we have light here, it's just going to be so it's easier to see things in this place. But yeah, we really don't need torches under here anymore. Nothing can spawn, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So I tell you guys what, let me go ahead and do a little bit of work here. I'm going to extend this path out 3 wide all the way down. Hopefully we got enough blocks. If not, I can always go and get more. And then we will start working on probably the railings. I don't know if we're going to have the materials. I don't think I have the glass or the iron, if we do iron or glass for those. But at least I want to get this out 1 more block and have that all set up. So yeah, let me go ahead and do a little bit of work here, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright guys, so I just came back from the end to go get some more materials, and I saw that there was something moving up here. So I wanted to take a closer look. So let's see what we got. Is it this floor? Nope. This floor? There's a sheep. But I thought I saw... Are we not going to be able to see it, really? Am I going to have to, like, get down here? How are we going to see this? I'm pretty sure I saw there was a horse in there. A horse, of course. Oh man, it is like impossible to see, isn't it? And then we got that right there. Oh my goodness. We need like an observation deck or whatever from the side over here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure up there on that floor, you know what? We got blocks. Let's pillar up from the front. We'll do this old school. Let's see. Nothing. 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 There we go. So yeah, we finally got a horse to spawn in our passive mob spawner, which is pretty awesome. I'm very happy about that. I'm curious though, when this thing kicks on to flush out the animals, if that horse is going to take damage. I know cows take damage. I don't know if the horse will. We got anything up on the top floor? No, we don't. But yeah, that's pretty cool. First horse. And I think that spawned while we were in the end. I could be wrong. I came through the end portal. I warped here. I saw this load in, and then I saw that little guy hanging out up there. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't there when we left. But it could have been. It could have spawned before we left for the end the very first time. I don't know, but that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to collect a little bit more blocks. We needed some more for what we're doing there. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go over to the jungle slime farm, collect blocks from there. Blocks? Little stutter. But yeah, let me go ahead and do that. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Whoa. Wow. I just started recording. I was going to say a couple of words and I hit my mouse and I nearly just walked off the edge right there. Oh, man. All right, guys. So, wow. That really caught me by surprise. So, we made the path 3 blocks wide. Then we got this other 2 blocks on the side. It's actually 5 blocks wide. But this is going to be like, this is going to have a window in it, glass panes, iron bars, something like that. And then I've also added these blocks here. Since this is 2.5 blocks tall, we need this to be like an even number. So it's exactly 2 blocks tall here. So 2 blocks are like that. So whatever we put into that gap won't have half a block gap between the roof and whatever it is. Yeah, you guys understand, right? Okay. So this is what we got going on. Just a flat roof up here. Nothing impressive to look at. The next thing we need to do, whoa, that guy's full health. The next thing we need to do is to outline the entire section up here. We need to put blocks all the way around so we can flood it with water. Once we get water up on there, no mobs will be able to spawn, which means all the Endermen will only be able to spawn on that island. And once we get far enough away from that, they'll only be able to spawn up on that platform and come down here where we want to punch them. Yeah, so this is how the Enderman farms always work. So I've also, off camera, made an enchantment table and 15 bookshelves. I don't know if this is going to be the final location. I'm going to have to play around with that before I know for sure. So we'll just stick those right there. Man, I can't believe I almost walked off that edge. That's really freaked me out there for a second. Yeah, I grabbed some extra stone from the slime farm. And I think we're probably going to do this kind of a thing all the way around. But again, we might change this out from stone brick to some other block material later on. I don't know. We don't really have a lot of building blocks. That's something, we don't have like a regular storage system or anything like that. I would like to set up a real storage system at some time, at least maybe a mini one, just for building blocks. Like we still need to go to the mesa and collect all of those different types of hardened clay, which we never done. We went and saw the mesa like in, I don't know, episode 4 or 5 or something, and we really haven't been back since. Yeah, I wanted to collect some of that building material, so we might do that. I don't know. Okay, let me go ahead and put a perimeter all the way around this thing so we can put some water in there and flood it and get all the Endermen off this thing, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright guys, so I got a border placed all the way around our entire roof everywhere here, and this ring up here, this last ring before our roof down here, is already at the right height for a border around the Enderman farm, so that's perfect. Okay, next step, we need to just go ahead and get some water up here, and I guess I can go ahead and collect my torches. I'll collect those as we get them. I'm just going to collect this water that's right here as well, and yep, that's right, infinite springtime. So we're just going to go ahead and flood the entire roof. This is going to make things a little bit interesting should we decide to expand our Enderman farm area here. If we need to make the room bigger, whatever. But if we do have to do that, we'll go ahead and figure it out. It's not a big deal. I've done it before, having to make things bigger with the water on the roof. You just have to block off all the water once again. It does, yeah, it does take a little bit of time, but it is manageable. Okay, so yeah, we're getting this all flooded. So Endermen should no longer be able to spawn here in just a little bit. We want to make sure we get this whole section here done, and then I'll go and do the long walkway off camera probably. So yeah, this is gonna make the Enderman Farm so much more faster. And then once we get all of this water up here, oh, that flooded all the way down here. Thank you. Yeah, once we get all this water up here, I'm gonna have to go back around and clear all of these slabs that I placed along the edge. Otherwise, Endermen aren't able to spawn on that and warp to it, which we don't want. So yeah, just a few more water sources here. Nice. Okay. So we have solid water up here, except for this spot where we can go up and down. I can go ahead and put that water back now. So next step, I need to do that same process all the way down here. Deal with a bunch of Endermen that have spawned, which is going to be a lot of fun. So let me go ahead and get to that, and I'll see you guys once we're done. Alright guys, well that wasn't too bad. We went ahead and we got the entire roof flooded here. It was actually pretty easy to get this whole long pathway done. All I had to do is just place water along the sides right here, and since there was already water over there, this whole thing just started flooding. So I just had to put water along this one side all the way down here, and yeah, the entire roof ended up getting flooded. Then it was just a matter of coming back through and removing all of those barrier blocks that I put up. Well, they're not really barrier blocks, they were just stone, brick, slabs along the sides. So yeah, I went ahead and I removed all those. My pick durability is looking pretty sad right now. We need to go ahead and get that repaired. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what this is looking like here. Just water along the roof, nothing super special. Come down here, I decided that we should put these blocks along the bottom. Not only does it match the roof, so it's a little symmetrical, it kind of looks cool looking down that hallway, but also, it's now 1.5 blocks tall, so I can't accidentally derp and walk off the edge. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. I don't know if we're going to do like a minecart track down the center. We could do some packed ice. We'd have to figure out what we're going to end up doing to get back and forth. I mean, it's not a super long walk. It's like, what, 150 blocks or something? It only takes like 30 or 45 seconds to walk down this thing. And we've already done it twice while I've been talking, so it's really not terrible. Yeah, so the Endermen can only now exist in our farm. They can only spawn up atop. They get attracted to that Endermite. They fall down here. They can only be down here. They can't warp back up there, and they can't warp anywhere where there's water. So yeah, we pretty much have the perfect conditions right now for this Enderman farm. The next thing we need to do with this is just expand that spawning platform up above. It could be a little bit bigger. I'm really not sure how much bigger it needs to be, but it's pretty much at the size right now. Well, it could be a little bit bigger, but yeah, it's pretty much the size right now that, you know, it's keeping the Enderman fully stocked in here most of the time. So you can just come through here, kill these guys, no big deal, collect a bunch of experience. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm really liking the way this farm's turned out. It wasn't a whole lot of work. It wasn't a whole lot of materials. It was definitely quite a different experience from Enderman farms that I've set up before. The only thing I need to do now is I need to get like a regeneration beacon here if we're going to do some major XPing. I never did get that gold farm set up right, the experience farm in the Nether, so this is a good alternative to that. The one in the Nether does work, and I can AFK there, but like I've shown before, it's kind of set up in a weird way where I have to stand on the bottom platform and then aim my arrows up there and try and hit a pigman, and then every once in a while it does stop, and then, yeah, it needs to be finished up so gas can't spawn and all of that stuff. I've seen gas spawn there, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. We're able to collect experience pretty quickly and get a whole bunch of ender pearls. Pretty much the main point of this farm. There's some other things we're going to upgrade this with eventually. Like I said, I want to start collecting ender pearls through hoppers and things like that. We need to put those in chests. We need to get that experience station or enchanting station set up here. Now that we kind of got these walls around here, it feels like this is too far this way. We might move it more into the corner, like 2 more blocks over here. You know, I might set that up now. Oh, no, I was going to say I might set that up now and repair my pick, but I don't even have diamonds here. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and leave this behind for now. Let's go back to the overworld and do some other stuff. Well, it's a sad day. I went to go repair my pick, and we put this here, we put that there, 33 levels to repair it. It's not sad that we can't repair it. It's sad that I believe, is the last repair of this pick. So yeah, 33 levels. I think that's the last time, and then it's going to be rip pick. Alright, well, that's too bad. What I'm curious, though, is, has this mob spawner, the passive mob spawner, been doing anything while I've been in the end? We warped back from the end. We ended up here at the bed, and it was nighttime. I slept. I looked in the mob spawner, and there was nothing there that it flushed out that I could see. But has anything been spawning while we were not here? I don't know. In fact, I'm kind of under the impression the spawn chunks unload when nobody's in the overworld. So maybe not. Not unless we have something like the Iron Titan or whatever set up over here to automatically send items through the Nether to keep those things looted. Yeah, looks like we haven't gotten any new mobs here. We got our one horse. I still haven't checked that guy out yet. I'm kind of scared to break that horse while he's in that pen because he could walk underneath the Nether portal, and that's going to cause me to take a whole bunch of damage. Let's check that horse out real quick. See what he got, or see what he's like. Random stats from just spawning right here. We did get that one black horse that I've been using, which had really great stats. Really fast, high jumper. Hopefully we can get another one, start breeding those guys, like, get some really good offspring. Yeah, like I said, I would like to get a mule that's, you know, fast and high jumping, or at least a bunch of them so we can move materials around a lot easier. It seems like whenever I make mules, I've never really gotten a good one. They've always been kind of meh, to be honest. So let's see. We want to get on that horse. Hopefully he doesn't... Yep, I figured he was going to do that. Don't do that, horse. Don't kill me, please. Is that going to kill my armor? I don't know. Yeah, I'm taking a lot more damage. Whoa, okay, get off the horse. Oh, man. So how are we going to get this guy out? Yeah, let's wait for my health to come back. Yeah, the armor was definitely protecting me. So let's come over here. Let all the animals out, I guess. We'll just end up killing all these guys. Yeah, we don't want Mr. Sheep wandering around. Or Mr. Chicken. Or Mr. Chicken. Let's get the lead. Lead. Give me your horse. Come here. Alright, so we'll hang you over here. Alright, let you hang out over here, I should say. Alright. Oop, we can't break him. With a sword in our hand, we have to have an empty hand. Let that be a warning to any other cows that want to escape. So he's got decent health. He's got, what, 11 hearts? That's not terrible. He seems to be moving fairly quickly while I'm doing this. It seems like if they move fast while you're trying to break them, or I guess get them to love you, whatever you want to call it, that they're generally a pretty fast horse. Okay, come on. Just love me. That's all we want you to do. Accept the fact that I'm going to ride you, and you just have to deal with it. There we go. Okay, so we saw hearts. Let's put the saddle on. Oh, wow. This actually, I think, might be faster than that black horse. Does he jump? Oh, he doesn't get a very good jump, though. It's decent. Let's see. What are we doing here? It's like right up to that block. That might be like 3 blocks. Alright, let's put you right here. Get on the black horse. Jump horse to horse. Okay, let's ride you real quick. Alright, so you are this fast. Yeah, I really need to get one of those horse speedometer things set up. So let's get back off this horse and let's get on this one. I really feel like this one's faster. Actually, this one's quite a bit faster. I can already tell. Wow, that's really good. Now, if only this guy could jump high, maybe we should start breeding this fast horse with that jumpy horse and we'll get some good ones. Man, this thing really is speedy. I like it. So I wonder what the fastest horse possible is. I mean, this is just a random horse that spawned and it's pretty quick. Is it as fast as possible? I don't know. But yeah, I really like the speed of this horse. I think we're just going to go ahead and get rid of all these other horses. Make them disappear. I don't know. I don't think any of them are really that great. But this horse is very fast. My other horse is very jumpy. And it's decently fast. No sheep. Stop it. Yeah, that's awesome. I really like that we're getting all these different animals in our place. Yeah, this one's like super slow. Wow. I forget, did I keep this one because it can jump high? Yeah. Oh, wow. This one jumps really high, doesn't it? Okay. So we'll keep that horse around probably. But yeah, we're going to have to start looking at doing some animal breeding. I did break some of the donkeys that we had over here. I think one of them had 14 hearts, if I remember correctly. Where are we? Over here. Yeah, I saddled 2 of them. I didn't do the 3rd one. I didn't even try, I don't think. I don't even know how many hearts that one has. Oh, there's spider eye. I thought one of the donkeys had suffocated or something. Yeah, this one's only got, what is that, 8 hearts? Not very good. And this one's got, this one's got 14. But I don't think any of these guys can jump, like, more than a block and a half. Let's try this one. Yeah, I think donkeys just don't jump. I think that's the whole thing with them. But they can pack items. If you put a chest on their back and breed them with the horse, then you can get the traits from the horse with the pack animal properties and have a really great animal to move stuff around. Yeah, all right, guys. So I tell you what, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I didn't really want to spend the entire episode working on the Enderman Farm. It kind of turned out that way. We got some other stuff coming up pretty soon that I want to start doing. Yeah, the problem is it's just the holiday season. My time is limited. We'll be back to longer episodes and probably switching up what we're doing here in the next episode or 2 coming up. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time.